Oh no. Here we go. Let me get mine.
Shoot you. Oh man. Oh, mine's big.
So's mine. Yeah. If you can net yours one-handed, that'd be awesome.
I don't know if I can. York. Okay.
Dad thought he had a state record on. It was not. It was that. Want a picture? Got him.
I'm coming.
Stay down. Oh God.
You got your giant, okay? So watch your drag, watch your drag. Adjust your drag. There you go.
He has annihilated that thing.
We'll try to scale. Woo! Do a little narration on that guy.
Well, as you guys can see, we're out on Main Lake, Ontario, and it has laid completely flat. You're not going to catch it like this too often. But we've been drifting different contour lines, finally found a good rock pile about 16 foot. We tried tubes, tried drop shot, had to get really slow with them, running a live scope rig, trying to mimic small goby, and that finally paid off. Hey guys, we're just getting back, wrapping up our third and final day here on the St. Lawrence River out of Clayton, New York. We fished St. Lawrence, we fished Lake Ontario just a little bit this morning. The wind finally laid down and let us get out there. Caught 51 smallmouth in 3 days. The bite has been fantastic. The one primary technique that we have used has been tubing. This lake it's massive. There's a lot of current, there's a lot of rocks. Current, rocks, and wind definitely come into play. The main thing here is location for smallmouth. The areas that we were targeting, some of your deeper flats, scattered rocks with a lot of current flowing through them. As far as lures go, like I said, we were tubing. Everything up here is smallmouth 101. Your drop shots work, your Ned rigs work. My personal favorite's a little bit more old school, throw in the tube. It's a pretty basic setup. Running anything in a goby pattern, that's Strike King's Goby Magic. Green pumpkin works, green pumpkin purple flake, anything like that. 3/8 ounce tube jig head rigged up through the middle of it. You can cast this. We've caught a lot of fish doing that, where you just slackline them and keep popping the tube on the bottom, inching along. The bite was a little more soft the last few days, a little finicky. So we adapted to that with the wind and the current. We started putting on some pretty large drifts. That's actually one of the first ways that I ever learned to catch smallmouth on the Great Lakes, fishing out of Buffalo on Lake Erie. So we took that technique and applied it to, the last few days to the St. Lawrence. So what we were doing is we would get upwind, up current, anywhere that we wanted to fish. Make the longest cast you can with a tube. Let out about 3 rod lengths of line, and then just let the boat drift, bouncing that tube along the bottom. Few things to keep in mind: these smallmouth are built different than a lot of what you're going to see on your Dale Hollows, on your Pickwicks, anything like that. They're a little bit bigger, a little bit different colored, and they know how to use that current. So working your drag is definitely something that you're going to want to practice with before you come up here. As you can tell, the drag's a little bit stiffer on this rod right now for the hook set, especially when you've got 120, 150 feet of line out. As soon as you get that hook set, you're going to want to back that reel down, let that fish get in the current, and let him start pulling drag. Don't try to horse these fish in. You will break off. Running 8-pound fluorocarbon. This is Seagar Tatsu. You've got pretty stout line for these fish, but you still want to play that drag. Let them tire themselves out and get them to the boat to have a good landing, and then recover the fish well once that's done and you go to release them. A good tip: this body of water is full of rocks. It's also full of zebra mussels. Primary forage up here for the smallmouth is goby. That's why all of our baits are goby imitating baits. But your goby live in and eat a lot of zebra mussels. Zebra mussels are razor sharp. So anytime this line is going over them, you're going to get small nicks, small frays in the line. Periodically, I would just pull my line in, give it a good pull, see if it breaks, and then even if it doesn't, usually go up about 6 or 8 inches, cut the line, retie, because most of your nicks are going to be in those first few inches, and you don't want to set the hook on a 4 or 5 pound smallmouth and have it break off. Happened to us a couple times up here on this trip. It's going to happen. You're not going to catch every nick in the line. So yeah, hope those tackle tips help. A lot of these techniques, a lot of these lures, the way we fished the last few days, this will work on any of the Great Lakes. We fished Erie, we fished Ontario, some of the larger lakes that come off of those. We fished St. Clair and the St. Lawrence. Great Lakes Smallmouth 101 definitely comes into play up here. Find the flats, find the rocks, and keep moving until you will eventually collide with them. And typically, once you find one, there's going to be a lot more there. These smallmouth up here, very rarely do you find them by themselves. So that's your basic technique up here: is get on the trolling motor and go. Run a tube. If you don't like running a tube, drop shots also work up here. But get you a 3.5 inch Strike King coffee tube, 3/8 ounce head, and just keep running. You will eventually find them, and you will catch them if you do that. I've fished smallmouth all over the country. I've been in Michigan, Pennsylvania, Alabama, Kentucky, New York, a little bit everywhere. This is by far my favorite place on earth to catch smallmouth. That's why my dad and I drive up here once every year or two and chase these smallmouth. We caught 51 fish in 3 days. Probably lost another 15 of those. This place is fun. We've been up here in the summer now. We've been up here in the fall. We're actually planning another fall trip. If you guys want to catch smallmouth in numbers, you're going to catch a lot of 3 and 4 pounders. Come in August. This is the second week of August right now, and we consistently caught fish for 3 days. The size wasn't there, wasn't what I was hoping for. We did spend one morning out on Lake Ontario, and we caught 4 or 5 out there. I caught my biggest; it was just shy of 5 pounds out on the big water this morning. My favorite time of year to come up here, as you guys have seen in one of my older videos, is to come up in the fall, first or second week of October. So if you guys want to catch numbers, come up in August. If you guys want to catch giants, come up in October. One word about safety up here. I've got a lot of friends who fish all over the South, fish Gunnersville, fish your Pickwicks, your Wheelers, anything on the TBA, and have fished big time water. If you've not been on the Great Lakes, talk to somebody who has been up here. It's a little bit different as far as what this water will do. You've got to keep safety in mind up here. We got to run out on Lake Ontario once in 3 days. The wind finally laid down to where the water allowed us to run. Keep that in mind when you come up here. A west wind on the St. Lawrence, Lake Ontario is going to roll 5 and 6 foot waves. It's just not a smart idea in a bass boat to do it. Doesn't matter how fast you can run in that kind of water, you can definitely get yourself hurt. North wind, east wind, particularly in east wind, you can definitely run out on the big water and give it a shot. Make sure you guys are checking all your gear. My boat is rigged for big water. I have more of a deeper V, the jack plates, the way I have this whole boat set up, I have it rigged for big water, and it has still beat my boat up pretty bad out here in the last couple days. So make sure you're going with somebody. Make sure you got your life jackets are in good order. Wear your kill switches. Watch your wind, and make sure that you're carrying a marine radio that can contact the Coast Guard in case you do run into any type of accident or anything like that. But any of you guys, any of my followers who fish down around the TVA, fish down around Texas, I know I've picked up quite a few followers from there. If you've not got to experience the Great Lakes and you want to catch smallmouth, I would highly recommend making the trip up here. This is the best place on earth for smallmouth. It's my favorite place to fish smallmouth, and this place is something special. A lot of people ask me why I drove 18 hours to come up here. You have to fish it to understand why. So we're definitely planning the trip back. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, like and subscribe for more, and we'll be bringing you more content here soon.